bitches. What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? What is up, people? Oh, people. Good morning, people. How we feeling today? Mike, good morning. How you doing, man? How you been? How's little man doing? How's work? How's life? How's everything? What is going on? Dylan, fly on the wall, driving to work. Love you, buddy. Good morning. um, Let other people fall in and say hello. Please come over in Twitch or say hi, comment, so I know you're out there and we can chat if you want to chat. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. It is my wife and I's 16th wedding anniversary tomorrow. We are doing nothing. I am working. I have meetings. She's got stuff, but we do have a romantic getaway planned in about 2 weeks on or around the 24th. Thank you, buddy. So yeah, we'll celebrate that way. That's usually what we do. It's kind of hard. These things sneak up on you. I was just looking, like we just got off of spring break and a weekend away with friends and all of that. And as I got back to work on Monday, I'm going through my calendar and trying to schedule, some stuff for the next couple of weeks. Going to be a little busy here. And I just look at it and I'm like, shit, it is April. Like April 9th is right there, Thursday. Um, and that's our anniversary. So I I came home yesterday and I'm like, what are we gonna do? You want to go out on Friday or Saturday or anything like that? And she's like, no, we have our vacation planned in like 2 weeks. I'm good with that. I'm like, awesome, sweet. Pressure's off for both her and I, because I know she's thinking the same thing. Like she just came off of Easter and spring break and all that kind of. Bentley just started soccer, all that stuff. So it's a it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Good morning, MP. And like as always, just dropping bars like he does. Still bring home flowers, 100%. I wish it was a day later, because Fridays I'm home, but yeah, I got some meetings on Thursday. Thursday's typically my long day to close out the week. Maybe I'll close out early and get home. But yes, I'll stop and grab some flowers. Gotta get those brownie points or edible arrangements. I've done that before too. She's not a fruit person. Like she's like mid on fruit. Right now, fruit and vegetables are just like she's the anti Ryan Turner. Nice one. Nice one. Um, she's not a fruit and vegetable person. I did make her some of my enchiladas yesterday, which I was one of the things I grew up making or my mom grew up making, and then I right? He came in hot, dude. He came in hot. Those shingles must be like recessing or whatever it is as they go away. Um, yeah, my mom used to make enchiladas. I learned the recipe and it used to be like my go-to, like when I was living alone, was just to make a big plate of enchiladas and or shepherd's pie. And then that would last me for like a week. So when we first started dating, like I was making that stuff and she was eating it and all good. So she requested it. I made it, and the where am I looking for? It's not joy or excitement, but the applause that I got from her and my oldest, Bailey. Like Bailey was sitting there like, "This is the best thing ever." And I'm like, "Yes." Like sometimes it just and then I but but I still did the thing where I'm like, guys, everything I make is delicious. What made you think it was going to be any different? But you know, it was good. It was good. Feeling a little back to normal. The pain is still there, but after 5 days, I'm kind of used to it now. Got it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't know. Still haven't had it yet. Don't bring that on to me. So all good. Um, but yeah, that's made some enchiladas yesterday. So yesterday went home early. Work was quick. Went home early. Um, ate lunch with my wife. Just leftovers, random stuff in the fridge because we did not have our groceries yet. And then got the kids from school. Kids are all doing good. Everyone seems, happy getting back from spring break. Brooklyn came in the car with a bunch of excited energy, a little chatterbox. So that was fun. I love and appreciate that. Um, Bentley was just so excited. He had like one of the best days ever because his teacher brought in her 3 baby chickens to the class. So he got to experience that and hold some baby chicks, um, and talk about all that stuff. And then he had his first, soccer practice last night, and he did great. He seemed to get along with the team. There's no shy or nervous energy. He just ran out there and did his thing. Coach seemed to work really well with all the kids. One single coach, no one assisted, and he had a handle on the practice really well. So yeah, do not wish it on my worst enemy. Not fun at all. Yeah, of course. Um, Sorry about that. On a much brighter note, my wife said, "Okay, we may need to get chickens." So MP is going to look at chickens today. It's so funny. So I'm sure that you connected that because I said it, or maybe we were just thinking the same thing. But my son came home and was like, "Can we get chickens?" And we were like, "Absolutely not." Um, so, but that's good for you, dude. You got land, so I think you'll be okay. Maybe I don't know. You like that kind of stuff. Hoping you get up Hoping to get up to you before the summer hits. Yeah, man. Go get some of that. Go get some of that Greek Mike food, buddy. Um, Love that. Love that stuff. So yeah, that was my day. Basically my day yesterday. Handled it. Went pretty well on energy level. Went pretty well on like keeping the TV down to a minimum and engaging with the kids. Broke down another computer yesterday. I told Brooklyn about our idea, because we cooked it here, of taking these computer monitors, the glass pieces, to a rage room, and her and I getting to break them. So saving the glass. You know what I haven't figured out? I need to watch your videos. I could not get myself into the IMAX. I could not the screws and the pry bars, like I could not figure it out. So might have to see if there's anything online about how to break into those. Tripped on the couch. Sorry for the face plant. What's up? Good morning, David. How you doing? So yeah, basically pretty basic day yesterday. How's everybody else doing? How's your week going? My shingles keep me in check. If it starts to flare up, I dial back. Is that like a recurring thing for you, man? Oh, I didn't know that could be a thing. That sucks. Sorry, dude. Um, Oof. But yeah. So all good. What was the reading yesterday? Did I Okay, yeah, moving on. Yeah, yesterday was deep. If anyone wasn't around yesterday, we went a little into past, into the trauma that our parents gave us. So I think that's why we're not seeing the moms back today, especially Chels. She's still in the fetal position, after yesterday's 30-minute therapy session. Just brought out too much in her. Plus, of course, there was the late night and bad community night. If you don't know, you should join that. I'm never really in it because I'm sleeping. Yesterday was deep. Yep. It was a fun one though. So today's topic is opinions. And this one, I would like to say that it piggybacks on yesterday because this was something that I feel like when I started reading this, because Brian Holiday does a couple pages on opinions in his Daily Stoic book as well. Um, it made me realize like what I grew up a lot with a lot of opinions, like a lot of people around me or my family had opinions on everything, and it kind of I don't know, I think it kind of closed me off a little bit, thinking, feeling judged and judgment, running our household. Yep, was up late with Anne, finally jumped in, and then little man didn't want to sleep last night, so that's a great combo. Whew. And you're here, buddy. Thank you. You jumped up, nice. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun show that she's got a lot of people that roll through. Um, and great conversations for sure, for sure. Virus stays in your body for the rest of your life after you have had chickenpox. Oh my gosh, I know nothing about this stuff. So, to the best of my knowledge, and the history books are a little sparse. I never had chickenpox, and my dad never had chickenpox. I don't think any of my kids really had it either. So, and I haven't heard a lot about it. So has that the generalness of that disease kind of gone away, or has it been a little bit of I don't know. Maybe I should just do more research. But thank you, Dylan. And I'm sorry that you have that. It sure does. This is my third time with it. I had it twice. Damn, bro. Jesus. All right. Maybe it's an East Coast thing. Maybe you guys just it's just too many chickens over there. Um, and the mumps, the chicken pox, the measles. Wow. Damn. Good lord. All right. And we got some viewers, top viewers over here. Ban that. All right, people. Back to the reading. Dee Dee, where are you at? It's too hard to get to that asset. Um, to have a more peaceful home, have fewer of these is the title of today's reading. And it's just about the weight of opinions, like having too many opinions, casting too much judgment on your family members. Let's say this is a parenting show, but you could obviously expand this out to your employees, your colleagues, school friends, your own family, your friends, all that kind of stuff, and just taking it down a notch, realizing that you don't have to have an opinion on everything, that to each their own. If your kids want to listen to a certain music, but it's not your taste, it's going to be in your best interest, in the best interest of your relationship, to just let them do it. Not make some sort of comment like, "Ugh, you listen to that." Like, grow. Like, "Oh, why are you dressed like that?" I've I've been pretty notorious about doing this a lot, and then I've been trying my hardest to scale it back and catch myself in that thought as early as I can. Sometimes it slips, um, but I think I've been getting a little bit better. It is really hard to get everything right and do a good job and get better. That's what I'm finding. I think the reading from a couple days ago where it's like institute the pause. I think that's a good, you know, reminder. But then a lot of times the the silence, the awkward silence, or just like filling the room with noise kind of feels like an itch that people need to scratch. Um, so uh, you're I feel like our minds are in conflict at times. You want to pause, You want to take a beat. You want to not have an opinion on everything. You want to not like lay judgment and stuff like that. But at the same time, like you still want to be interactive and conversing with your kids. So it's just a balancing act. Today, oh, sorry, Dylan had one here too. Mine are stress induced. Oof, man. Sorry, buddy. That sucks. Today it's hard. Think of your troubles in relation to the freaking moon. Those images made me realize how small our troubles really are. Yep. Yep. I love that. When they talk about people going up in space or they hit that scene in a movie where someone, gets all the way up there and sees the globe, just to kind of look back and go, wow. When you're in it, your problems just feel like they're like the whole world. But yes, when you take a step back and you look at the whole world, it's a completely different story. Agree to be friends, agree to disagree. Respect. Dylan, I have an awful I have awful European skin. So it's usually heat and sun. You poor, poor guy. Your European skin. Nice perspective than moonbaits do. But hard, awkward silence is the pregnant pause. Take the moment to reflect and think. Yeah, agree. Me and my wife had a similar feeling when hiking Red Rocks. She asked me what I was thinking. First thought that hit me was how all those stressors and things I was worried about seemed nothing in comparison to massive amounts out in space. Had a good heart to heart that day. Wonderful. How great. Yeah, it's nature definitely puts that into perspective when you're looking at a big scenery that like we had nothing to do with, that just it was there or is there and just gets along fine without any human interaction, um any real like money or finance or jobs or career or kids or anything like that. It's just there, just kind of adapts. It does its thing. um Red Rocks, Red Sox. My kids wear different socks. Yep. Yep. That's always fun. That's another opinion triggering thing, is the way your kids dress, and especially when they start picking out their own clothes. Even though you purchased all the clothes for them or got all the clothes for them, because some of it will be hand-me-downs, uh, they still, at some point, pull them out in different combinations, and it can be very hard to not be like, "Ooh, like, that's what you chose?" I've done that many times. Um, and so again, I do scale back. I have been scaling back. I did to my wife too. That does not go over well. Oh, man, that poor girl. That poor girl, the stuff that she puts up with. But she stuck around. She stuck through it. That was me. My mom would say, Matthew, what on earth are you wearing? I always said, Mom, these are my favorites. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of that growing up with regards to clothes. I think for me, it was mostly the thing that I remember is my dad around my picky eating, or um, I think it was mostly picky eating. Mostly. Then it became something about like where I was going to college versus like going into the military and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of all I remember. Don't remember a lot. Like we were talking about yesterday, I think a lot of it is very much repressed, hidden beneath the surface. I don't know if it'll ever come out. When all my girls started wearing the same size as my wife, mix and match laundry day. Oh my god, dude, that's where I'm at right now. So like both my girls are now the same size. Um, and my wife is pretty dang close to their size. Uh, they're still off a little bit, but they're close enough that it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? And we have like a communal laundry basket like in the downstairs laundry room. So sometimes like there'll be multiple baskets worth of clothes all in one thing. Oh boy, I can only imagine whose dress this is. And then and then the worst part is like or the not the worst part, the funny part is that this I was talking about this yesterday, the scale at which my daughter, Brooklyn, and Bailey too, but mostly Brooklyn wears her clothes. She's either a women's extra small t-shirt or a men's large. Like those are the two t-shirts she has. So like she steals my shirts, men's large, but then everything she buys is a women's extra small. So I'll be doing laundry and I'll get shirts in her laundry that are this big, and then I'll get shirts that are just like this, like little pieces of cloth that look like a towel, like a hand towel. So yeah, laundry's funny. And it's hard not to, in that but to circle back to the reading, it's hard not to have an opinion about that. It's hard to not have an opinion about how 75% of the laundry from the girls and my son are all inside out. And then when you're doing laundry, you gotta flip them all around. I went through a phase where I would just hang up all their clothes inside out. They didn't get the message. Wait, what? Whose underwear is this? I crash and burn all day long. Do your own laundry. Yeah, do your own laundry is a great one. Um, but where I run into the issue is that like they will happily just leave their laundry in the dryer uh and just like respin it. And when it comes to me doing the laundry, like I need my laundry in and out of there to move on with my life. I can't, it's like a itch in my brain. I can't not finish it. So yeah, I'll just do theirs for them. It is what it is. So one of the few things, that is easy enough for me to contribute and help out in their day if they can't get it done. So yeah, that's that. How else can we tie back to the reading? Opinions, opinions, opinions. Just watch your opinions. Few things in life are better off with your judgment hovering over them. Your family most of all. That's how he ends the reading. So I love that. That's a good one. It's a good thing to remember. You could, like I said before, you can pass that on to any other area of your life. Um, just minimizing your opinions, especially the judgment, like the judgy ones, the ones that go against the kids. Like even saying something is interesting. I think it was our friend Sagi that wrote something about, and I didn't listen to it honestly, but he had a question saying, "Would you rather be called weird or ridiculous?" Even like those two words, can carry weight. Like it's not like you're saying, "Hey, you're fit. Your fit looks really bad today," but just saying like, "Oh, that's weird. That looks ridiculous." Like the way you say it can carry that weight, and that judgment can come across pretty easily in your kids. I call opinions observations. This is what I am seeing in the moment. Yeah, yeah. I think if you put it in that context, in that tone, that you're just making an observation, can still be a little tricky because you may be saying it with no judgment and no opinion, or wanting it to come off with no judgment or opinion, but you don't control how it's received, right? So if your daughter is already on the fence about her outfit, maybe having changed a couple times, maybe having thought that she really wanted this shirt but didn't have it, it was dirty or something like that, and she's already kind of in a space. Uh, she can take any comment you make and spin her own opinion and judgment on it. So, still something to be very, very cautious of. That's the way our brains work. As we listen and take in information, we we hear it in the sense of what we're thinking, not in the sense of what the person who said it is thinking. Like we don't know what's going on in their mind. We only know what's going on in our mind. So everything we take in, all inputs, all visual, hearing, smell, all that stuff is ran through the filter of what's in our own mind. If we're in a bad place, we could take even the nicest comment poorly. Um, Snort. That was my turning point. You are wearing this. Yeah. It's very hard not to say, it's very hard not to drop that, like especially um like I said before, like we are the ones who provided them with all this clothing. Like they're not out at the ages of most kids right now. They're not out buying all this stuff themselves without us. Like we're still filtering what they're getting. And so when they come down, it's like, wow, like I know all your clothes and you chose that. It's hard to not have that thought. My wife tells me I have some years to lighten up. Yeah, you do. You know, I mean, teenagers. Well, I mean, if you're referring to your daughter, yes, you have some time. But start now. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. That's why you're getting the wisdom of the ages with David here, with me here, and everybody else. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You'll be great. You'll be great when she comes to be a teenager. You'll have absolutely no problems. You'll never offend her, ever. Because it's just gonna be so easy with that little girl. There's no way she's gonna cause you trouble in high school. No way. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here with that. All right, guys. I am done struggling through this little chat here. I really wish I had my co-hosts back. Um, I really did. I really do. I gotta get back on the phone with Jason. Dude, cool. So you got all the subtext there? Awesome. She knows she's cute. Yeah. It it doesn't, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. MP, that's what I forgot yesterday was the music. Let it go. Yep. Um, honestly, it doesn't matter how you how good you are, how good you raise them, where you are, anything like that. Like when they get to that age, it's all about like pushing boundaries and rebelling. Like we know that. We all did it to our parents. It's all about trying to figure out how much control they have over their life, what they can and can't do. So it's more about how you're going to go into the situation, like how you're going to respond to everything, how you're going to handle all of it. Um so good luck to us all. At least we have this little hug, this little good morning hug for everybody here. Like I said, like MP says, that's why we can never stop the show. We'll get here. We'll be here in uh 14, 15 years, giving MP a pat on the back as his 16-year-old daughter is talking about boys. Hearts and mugs. Look at that throwback. Look at this guy. Well, how did the saying even go? Hearts filled with love and mugs filled with coffee? Is that what it was? I hope your hearts are filled with love and your mugs are filled with coffee. Someone give me a thumbs up on that. I think that's how Blaze used to rock it. Love that dude. I miss those guys so much. I would give up my whole stint on this show and like all the value and fun that I've had with you guys to just go right back to like a Blaze and Ryan run for a couple months or something like that. Like for sure. I miss listening to those two goofballs, those two New Yorkers talk. But yeah, thank you guys for always being here, always hanging out, always supporting and hanging us with us for this long. Like MP said, I don't think we can stop the show. I love it. I would gladly be on the chat if someone else wanted to take over. I'm down to run it for forever the way I am. And I'm down for anyone stepping up as a co-host whenever they want, or just a random guest spot for sure. Because I like it. I think it's good for us. I thoroughly enjoy our morning talk, and it helps me be better. It's improving me for sure. It's helping get some of this information in this book get a little deeper into my thick skull so that I can be a better parent for my kids, and go on with a better relationship with them. Yeah, David. Give me a day, and I'll DM you the link in the morning when we start. Right on. And I'm like totally fine to just be impromptu. You can come in here and say good morning, I'm ready, and I'll drop the link. Especially when I'm here on the computer. When I'm here in this background, it's super easy for me. In my garage is a little harder. Not don't have a computer down there. I should probably stop breaking computers and then I can just put one down there. But who thinks like that? That's just shenanigans. Um, guys, have a great Wednesday. I'll see you back here tomorrow, and we will talk again. Bye, y'all. Love you.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning